one of them days.
Shake on the shore.
Welcome in, guys. Welcome back to Equipment Shed Podcast. As you can see, we still got a couple of special guests here with us.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to jump into it. We on episode 22.
22, son. 22.
And you still do
22.
buddy.
Emmett Smith.
Episode. Okay.
Emmett Smith. So, yeah. We got a couple of topics for y'all. We're going to jump in on what's on your mind. We're going to see what everybody's up to. Number one overall fantasy pick this year. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to see. We're going to see where everybody's head is. We're going to also talk about our thoughts on the college football going forward, because after this year, it is going to completely change. Yeah. It is not going to be the same. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the NCAA. Also, we're going to see which teams were almost dynasties.
Who came real close?
Yes, who came close to becoming a dynasty?
Me and this guy are going to argue over one of them.
Most likely.
I already know.
And then if we have time, which athlete could switch sports? And that'll be an interesting one to dive into. So we're going to go ahead and start this off with you there, Spencer. What's on your mind, my guy?
Well, I was really pissed off this morning.
Why?
I drove all the way to Denton to turn around and drive all the way back because, they're obviously watching. Fuck you, CDL instructors.
Great use of time.
Yeah. They were an hour late yesterday, an hour late this morning, and I told them yesterday, if you're 15 minutes late tomorrow, you're wasting my money and my time, and I'm fucking leaving. And I did. They called me. I got halfway here. They called me. Like, where are you at? We're waiting on you to start the class. Oh, you're waiting on fucking me? Not the fact that I sat there for a fucking hour in the parking lot. Okay.
Wow.
I was like, y'all can reschedule my training, and hung up on them. And I'm done. I'm going to do shit.
He said, I got things to do. I'm going to the shed.
I'm going back to my shed.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be here today, so.
We're glad you showed
up,
man.
It turned out to work. It worked out, so.
It did work out.
It was good.
The universe aligned your priorities correctly.
I get to go get my children after this. I haven't seen them in 2 weeks, so I'm very excited.
That shit can wait.
like the instruction in the class can wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking kids. No, I'm kidding. I love my kids.
I'll get them next week.
He said, I'm still getting that tax break anyway. He said, when I do my taxes, it doesn't ask if I picked them up on time.
That's right.
IRS don't give a shit. I don't either.
There's no time log.
Nope, sorry.
No, they've been on vacation. I haven't seen them. So
yeah, they're probably all right.
Oh no, I know they are. Jackson's been in Galveston having a good time. So
good for him.
Yeah. Caught him a stingray the other day. They went fishing.
Fucking sweet.
Got him he used to call them when he was little. He called them sting wieners.
Sting wieners.
Because he thought their stingers were their wieners. So they called them sting wieners.
I could get that. They're not.
I didn't correct them. I just let them.
I couldn't argue against it.
Yeah.
I can't prove them wrong. I guess it might be.
Also, whoever brought donuts, thank you. That was good. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
some donuts. Drew,
man,
what you got, man?
On my mind. Got a couple things. I haven't been on a vacation in a while. I know we're going on to Galveston a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I've been on a vacation.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So I'm really excited about that. I don't think I've been to Galveston since I went on a cruise and we had to drive to Galveston. So that was like the last time I was in Galveston. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been there. So this is gonna be very excited to see to be there again and like be like, yeah, I'm older, and this will be the second time I've been back.
And
so
everybody's gonna be there.
Yeah, and everybody's gonna be there. So
it's gonna be a good time, man.
So what's really good about Galveston, or what you're looking more forward to seeing? I've never been, so I just wanted to.
Well, that's a good question because we live in the city, so we don't get to really be at beaches all the time. So that's gonna be very interesting. Just to chill in the sand for a little while, and just take all that in before. Because I've been off work for the summer, because I work with kids. So I've been just enjoying my summer. So it'll be nice to do that before I have to go back to work that next week. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Be a good ending to your summer.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a very
punctuation.
eventful summer too. Yeah. I was just thinking about that the other day. It was one of the best summers I've had in a while. So
cool, man.
It is gonna be fun. It's gonna be very
Hey.
exciting.
Well, feel good. What's on your minds? I
hell
like
yeah.
that shit.
So is everybody going? Just about everybody?
I think so.
Basically everybody.
Yeah.
I think there's at least 30 people going.
Woo!
Am I wrong? I could have swore there was.
No, I don't think you're
I don't
wrong.
know. I just know I was the first person to pay.
Good job.
Okay, Whitey, calm down. That was the first person to pay. We gotta leave early so we can beat the traffic.
Yeah, right.
Gotta leave early so we can beat the traffic. Don't forget your SPF.
Right.
Shit, man. You got anything else on your guys' minds? I know we did last episode, but
Julian,
you still
you
got shit
anything-
on your
you got
mind.
anything
That's
on your
cool,
mind?
man.
If y'all were tuning in on the other episode, y'all know that it was storming. I'm interested to see how soggy my butt gets on the ride home.
Left the windows down.
left my window
Just to
down.
clarify, he left his windows open.
You might have a
hole in his
mold
car.
issue, my guy. We'll see. You might have to,
We'll
might have to
see.
shop back that out.
I got a spare tire back there. I'm gonna bow wow it.
Nice. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I'm getting excited about the Green Bay game coming up that we're going to, man.
Yeah, that is gonna be fun.
It's coming up. November 5th against the Rams.
Yeah.
Bro, my dad found out.
How?
He pressured my stepmom into telling him it was
Oh my goodness.
because he thought something was going on because she was texting my wife all night and he saw. He's like, what are y'all texting about? So now
Pried
he
it out
knows.
of her.
Now he knows he's going.
Pried it out of her.
Yeah,
man.
ruined the surprise, man.
Damn.
But regardless, still glad the old man gets to go. And have a good time, man.
What do you think, like, just like off the top of your head, what do you think y'all's record will be by that time?
I think I had us going. I think I had us going 9 and 8. I think is what I can't remember. I have it written down at home, but I think I have us going 9 and 8. I put us in a wild card spot. I don't think we're going to be as bad as everybody assumes we're going to be. Here's what I think for Jordan Love too. Now that we're on the subject, sorry, I'll make it quick. But
No, go ahead.
Everybody
That's what we're
always
here for. Talk
is
about
going to
football.
say he's going to be terrible. He's not going to be anything, or people think he's going to be amazing. I think the most likely outcome is he's just going to be in the middle. He'll be kind of average. He'll have his moments. But I think we have a good enough team around him that we'll be okay. I like our defense a lot. I think as long as we stay healthy, we'll be good. Rashawn Gary's going to stay healthy. Our first-round pick is on the other side of the edge. I really like our secondary. I think we have the best secondary in the NFC.
I agree with that.
Maybe not the league, but the NFC. And I think Jordan Love just has to kind of be average.
Yeah.
I don't think he has to be awesome.
So you think
Plus-
y'all will be above 500 by the time you go to that game?
Ooh.
Or do y'all think you'd be right in the
But,
middle? Right in the pack?
by how the schedule goes, yes, I think we will be.
Okay.
I think we have a harder second half than we do first half, which is probably how you want it with a new
And-
quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
You got two good receivers that are coming into their sophomore season too.
They are
So
at the same time.
Yeah.
at
So-
the same
yeah.
time, y'all also got two pretty good rookie tight ends. Like
Yeah.
I like that one from what is his name? From
I'm not going to help you. You brought it up. I'm not going
I
to help you.
know, I know. Didn't y'all get the one from South Dakota State?
I don't know. Did we? Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking
He
about.
was a third-round pick.
Yeah,
And then second-round pick we got
I think he's the better of the
Muskrat.
two. Yeah, Musgrave. That's
Yeah.
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 Luke Muskrat.
I really like him a lot. So
I think we're going to be good. We're a very, very young team.
they're very young,
Yeah.
but that's good though. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be okay with 6 wins, honestly. I feel like 6 wins would be enough as long as I see some stuff in between and I can see, okay, we're in growing pains season right now, but we can move past it.
but see
Be
some
all right.
promise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we picked the Rams because I didn't want my first game to be a game in Green Bay where I think we might lose.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how we're going to play. So I was like, you know what? Let's just pick a game I'm pretty sure we'll win.
You might not even have to. Well, it depends what the trade deadline is.
Yeah.
But the Rams, remember the Rams were saying that if they're not doing anything, that they're going to trade Aaron Donald.
That's
But
true.
but do you think he will still be on the team?
He was no
By that time, they could trade
by
him by then,
November.
right?
No, November's past the trade deadline. I thought.
Oh,
No.
okay. So he could be
Is
off
it?
the team, right?
I think November's the first week of November's it.
It's,
okay.
It's
Oh, okay.
So if he's off the team,
the eighth
Yeah,
week
there you go. See?
because they have 8 weeks. The 8th week is the
I
is the
think
week
that's
of the
week-
trade dedeadline.
9.
Yeah.
I think
So-
that's
Week
week 9.
9 is an extra week, remember? 'Cause
Pretty
it's
sure it's
week
week
18.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean, I think the Rams should blow that whole roster up. What's left of them,
they
get what you
kinda
can.
have to.
They
That would
should.
be going along with their philosophy because they sunk everything into winning that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So now you kind of have to do it again.
Now,
That's the price you pay.
if they trade Aaron Donald, does he retire?
No.
No, he plays the season out, then retires.
Yeah. He'd have to go to a situation where he's going to be winning.
But
It'd be
the
a
good thing with
conversation
his
him.
contract is he has a no trade clause along with who's a receiver?
He has to choose to do it. Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp. They both have no
Cooper Kupp
trade
a couple?
clauses. So in a sense, they kind of can choose where they want to go.
Yeah.
So I think if it was a decent enough team that is like on the cusp or is already a playoff team, I think he would go
Yeah.
for sure.
He'll do
Because he has nothing to prove.
He'll
He
do
just
exactly like what Von Miller did.
yeah.
Hey, speaking of Cooper Kupp,
Cooper
how
Kupp.
do you think he's going to do this year, fantasy-wise?
I mean, I think
Depends if Stafford's healthy.
It matters on that 100%.
I think that has a lot to do with it. Yeah, because healthy, we already know he can.
He
If
was-
Stafford's healthy, he's easily getting 1,000 yards.
he was easily. He was wide receiver 1 until he got hurt last year.
Yeah, he was.
He was doing it again.
when you average 11 to 12 catches a game,
Yeah. I think he was averaging like 10, 11 targets a game,
Yeah.
which you're getting double-digit opportunities. Unless you're terrible, which
he's an
I
arm.
always say targets are an earned stat. You don't
Yeah.
get targets if you're bad.
Yeah.
And it helps that he is an extremely crisp route runner. He's one of the better route runners in the league.
He's that crispy boy. Do
Hell yeah.
you like
It's
that
the
segue?
cream.
It's like I've been doing this before.
Right.
So since we're on the subject,
What's up?
Cooper Kupp, I've heard his name mentioned a few times as
For
potential number one overall
number one
pick
overall.
for people who are believers in him. So, in y'all's opinion, if you had the number one pick in fantasy, who would you take and why?
Who
We're
you-
going to assume this is our normal league rules, full PPR, 12 team.
Oh, yeah.
What do they call that? Strawberries, raspberries?
Strawberries.
Yeah, strawberry.
Softball.
Yep.
I believe raspberries when you blow on somebody's stomach, and strawberries
Ooh.
whenever you slide. That's what it's called. That's what it's called.
When you wait,
Whenever you do the thing, it's called raspberries.
Explain that again.
That's what it's called.
When
You
blow
call
on
that a
somebody's
raspberry.
stomach.
He said, what did he say?
What you and your wife be doing?
I'm talking about when you're playing with like a child.
Yes.
Don't do that. It wasn't weird until you made it weird.
Yeah.
No.
I know what you're talking about.
No,
I know what
No,
you're
no,
talking about.
I
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
I kill you.
You never blew on your kid's stomach? It's called a raspberry. That's what it's called.
It has a name, but
No,
nobody
yeah, I
ever
didn't know that's what it
really-
was called. I just
These fucking guys. I don't see nothing wrong.
Well, Spencer, you want to go first?
yeah, so I'm kind of torn between two people, and I think one of them is going to be a little shocking. But if I had the first overall pick in our league, it would be between obviously Justin Jefferson, who I took last year, and Jamar Chase.
Oh. Didn't expect you to put Jamar Chase in there.
What?
Didn't expect you to put Jamar Chase in there.
Okay.
So
I do. I think he just every year he's significantly better and better.
explain.
And I think he's on that cusp to have that monster year.
You think so?
I do. I really do.
Okay. So if you... Okay, we're pretending you have it. You said it's either Chase or Jeff. You got to pick one. Can't pick both.
I mean,
is it?
I'd probably take JJ.
JJ the Jet Plane.
just because it's for short. I'm not saying Jamar Chase isn't a for short thing. He obviously is a for short thing.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it'd be JJ.
So you're saying if you were picked two and somebody took JJ, you're taking Jamar Chase?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Easily.
I think I got it. I think I got
Okay.
it. Okay.
I like that. Well,
Mine,
Julian.
mine's gonna be a reach, and the only reason why it's a reach is because it's he wasn't a starter last year, so
Go ahead and say it. I
Wow.
know
I'll
you.
go with Tony Pollard.
I knew you were going to
Okay.
fucking say
and
it.
it's not because I'm a Cowboy fan. I love y'all, Jerry. Go sign some people. But no, just because what he was averaging as a backup, as just doing what he was doing
Yeah.
in the role that he was in. Well, if I'm not mistaken, it was about 5.9 yards carrying, and then that's just not that's just
Yeah.
carrying. That's not out the backfield. But but yeah, that's my pick, and the only
Okay.
reason why I say is because I can see them utilizing him more, in like a Christian McCaffrey type of way.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
So
I'm
you
saying?
Yeah.
so you can see the top 5 upside is what
Yes.
you're saying.
Yeah.
It's a reach, but you can see the top
Yes,
5.
Yeah.
it is a reach, and but like for some
He
people,
can-
Zeke was their
yeah.
number one pick for a while there, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I just believe that if Tony
Yeah.
Pollard, if he's 100% healthy, which we were talking about it yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that if he comes out banging, man, it could be a good, at least for a fantasy player.
Yeah,
a good
definitely.
season,
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. I can see that.
I can see that. I like that.
I like that because
Like I said,
it's
it's a
somebody
reach.
that you
Yeah.
reach, but
Yeah.
you can see the upside.
Yeah.
Of it. Yeah, I like
especially
that.
with a player
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
and you know he's going to get the touches.
He's-
He's
now
he's
he's
going to be the
gonna get
number
his
one.
touches, yes.
He's
Yeah.
going to
Now
have
he's
he's going to
gonna-
have
yeah.
to get them. So
So it's not who you think is going to finish overall one. You would take him.
no,
I would
yeah.
take him.
You would take him? Ooh,
I would
that's
take him
interesting.
Okay.
just because I believe in his upside. Like I believe
Yeah.
in his,
yeah. His ceiling.
Yeah.
His ceiling. Yeah. Okay.
I was not expecting that
he
one.
could be, like I said, he could be like a Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
If they play him right.
Yep.
I
And you've
personally
seen
think-
it. You've seen it work. It has worked.
And I think he can run in between the tackles
Yeah.
better than Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
And once he gets to that second level, don't let him make a cut. 'Cause he
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Putting them
Yeah.
Jets on.
Yes.
So that's my pick.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, he went to Memphis.
He went- yeah,
Memphis has been having a lot of
And the crazy
running
thing
backs come
is-
out. Yeah, they have.
In Memphis, he was a slot receiver.
So he has the upside as a pass catcher too.
Yep.
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 Well, Julian, you already went ahead and mentioned mine, but I'm Christian McCaffrey. Have to. Way
Respect.
too much. Way too much ball touching for him. I mean,
Whoa.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So touch them all, baby.
This is a weird show.
Oh my God, y'all going crazy.
Woo, we going ham.
This is gonna get them views up.
That's fucking funny. But yeah, no, I just even with the backup he has there, Christian McCaffrey is going to see the ball enough and do more than enough to, even if he's not a big boom every time he plays until somebody gets hurt, just his sheer points that he'll get will just be stable enough
Yeah,
for me to
because his
survive
floor,
with
he has
that.
a very high floor.
Yeah, very
So-
high floor.
So yeah, I can see that.
So it just the stability of Christian McCaffrey would make him worth getting for me.
Okay, I like that. All right, I'm gonna go with a player that's very underrated, and I'm thinking that if I picked him and he finished first overall or first for his position,
Yeah.
I think that I'll be like, yeah, that guy is very underrated, and a lot of people missed out on him. I'm gonna go with Nick Chubb.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Nick Chubb.
Okay.
I like the fact that Kareem is not there anymore.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to catch the ball to be a top five to finish top five in his position.
Yeah.
I definitely like that. I like the Deshaun Watson's gonna have obviously had the offseason. Is gonna have the camaraderie with Amari.
Yep.
And then Donovan People-Jones. I actually like that a lot. He doesn't, like I said, he doesn't need to catch the ball,
Yeah,
but
he
I think
can.
that
He's
that
capable.
yeah, that
Yeah,
hires
he's
his
capable
yeah, that
of it.
hires his I would say that would hire the ceiling with him being able to catch the ball
Yeah.
if they need him to.
They
So,
just have to utilize it.
yeah,
That's it. They just
yeah.
have to utilize it.
Yeah,
even
definitely.
the little bit amount like how they did Leonard Fournette with Tom Brady until it just got stupid that he
Yeah.
was catching the ball out the backfield. But that little bit that they
Yeah.
were doing for him, throwing the screens to
Uh-huh.
him from time to time, that will work with
yeah,
him.
and
That will work.
they're usually one of the top teams when it comes to
Yeah.
running the ball.
Yep.
So you don't even have to worry about is he going to get this many
Yeah.
yards? Is he going to get touchdowns? It
Yeah.
only takes Chubb. One
Buddy
run.
Buddy
It
probably
takes him
averaged
one
5
run.
yards a carry.
Yeah,
every
it takes
time.
him one run.
And now he's not splitting carries.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
could have 5 points in the game. He makes that one run for the touchdown for about
Yeah.
60 yards. You are
Yeah.
set for the. You're set.
yeah.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah,
set.
because he's gonna keep grinding.
Yes.
That's it. They're just gonna keep feeding him
Yes.
now.
And
So-
I'm telling you, his attempts or his carries are going to go way up now. That,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So if I had to pick
Hunt's
one,
up
I think
there.
I would go with Nick Chubb.
Okay, I like
I
that.
like that pick.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
All right. That was scary for a second.
Jordan Love. No.
AJ Dillon. No, I'm just kidding. So, my choice is kind of, I guess you could call it chalk. Do you guys know out of all flex positions, so that's running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, in our league last year, do you know who was number one overall? Out of all running backs, wide receivers, tight ends? No.
You said
Flex positions.
just okay.
Out of all running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, do you know who number one was overall?
At least give us a position.
It was a running back.
Okay.
Austin
Eckler.
motherfucking Eckler. And you know what? I think he does it again.
I'm about
He's
to
gonna
say,
play.
is he gonna
He
play?
ain't got no choice.
He's
He
gonna
literally
play.
has no choice.
Sorry, Austin, but you're
yeah,
gonna play.
you literally. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So what?
I think their passing offense is going to get a little better
Yes.
because the one question mark they had was Mike Williams because he can't stay healthy,
Yeah.
and they just basically went and got Mike Williams 2.0 in the draft. They got Quentin Johnston. So even if Mike Williams doesn't stay healthy, they have him. If he does stay healthy, they have a pretty good 1-2-3 punch at wide receiver.
Okay.
What I think that means is I think Austin Eckler is not going to get as many touches because they did draft a running back, if I'm not mistaken. I think to back him up.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe his carries and his overall touches might go down.
Yeah.
But I
for
think
sure.
if the three receivers stay healthy, I think that means more goal line trips.
Okay.
So I think he still produces at a high level as far as touchdown rate, which is pretty much why he finished number one last year, was from touchdown rate. Touchdown rates usually aren't repeatable. It's not a sticky stat as far as fantasy goes.
Mhm.
They're very unpredictable, but I could see him doing it very easily again. In the previous year, he was number 4 overall flex player.
So you
So he was 4, and then last year he was 1.
So you got so much confidence that he's gonna sign this contract. You would take him with the number 1 overall pick.
If he signs a contract, then yes, but I don't see a situation where he doesn't.
Yeah.
But you're right. If he doesn't, then that definitely changes. If he has to go to a different team, totally out of the picture.
Yeah. And
Then
even if one of the receivers get hurt, that's
He's
where he was getting
yeah,
all
he's
his
just
touches.
yeah.
he's
So-
just another receiver.
So yeah,
Exactly.
so yeah,
He had over 100
he had
catches
100.
last year.
Didn't
Yeah.
even he was the number 1 overall flex position. He didn't even rush for 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But he's nice.
yeah.
See, he's nice as hell. And
is
it's
nice.
it's,
He
it's
was-
a chalk pick.
he
He was
was
better
a-
than Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
He's better than Justin
Yeah.
Jefferson.
He just produced extremely well at any time. There was not. A, it's hard to really say because most of it, and it was weird enough that most of it was play calling for them when it came time to like, okay, let's go ahead and put our foot down and go win these games. They just never did that. And doing that was feeding that man, and they just stopped feeding
Bro,
him.
do you know how many top 10 RB finishes he had on a week-to-week basis?
Top
He had
5.
One top. Okay, I'm just saying top 10.
So
So he was every week he finished RB 10 or better. How many times do you think that happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
11
8, 9,
times.
10.
10. Damn.
So how many times do you think he finished outside RB2? So that means 24 or worse.
5.
Once.
Once.
He was
Woo.
RB 28.
Woo.
That was his worst finish on a
Woo.
week basis. It was
Dang.
RB 28. And he scored 9 points. That was his worst week. Every other week he scored at least 11 was his second worst
was
finish.
Was the RB28 finish because of like an injury or something?
It was the last week game of the season.
Okay, so
and
then
they
that,
rested
that
him.
puts more context. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because they also played in the playoffs, so they wouldn't have played him that much.
He
that
had
week.
he had a run in the middle of the year. His weekly finishes: RB1, RB2, RB3, RB1, RB5. Like if you were going against him, you lost.
Yeah.
I can look that up real quick if you want.
What pick where?
I'll tell you.
Nick
In the
draft.
draft?
Nick. It was Nick's first overall pick.
I believe
It
last
was
year.
my first overall
Yes.
pick last year.
But I
was
can
the
tell you
number-
exactly
I
what
was
pick
the
he
number
was.
3. I think I was the number 3 pick. I think I picked 3.
Nick was number 3, and he picked Austin Eckler. Correct. We went Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler. Nice. That hurt.
I like that though. I mean
Sorry,
I
Jordan.
don't blame you for taking Austin Eckler.
What? No, I didn't.
I just
can see
like
him doing it.
I
Justin
just
Jefferson.
like Christian McCaffrey because the offensive line, that offensive
don't
line
blame you.
is nasty. But Christian McCaffrey,
he'll
like
have
you
a
say,
bounce
he is a very sustainable running back for your league.
He's not going to bust.
No.
Maybe he doesn't finish number 1 overall, but I
Yeah.
guarantee he finishes top 5. Which that's fine. You pick number 1 overall because you think they could go 1 overall, but rarely
Yeah.
does the number 1 overall pick actually finish.
Translate
number
to
1.
that,
That's
yeah.
hard. That's hard to predict.
That is.
It doesn't happen that often. I think I looked that up not too long ago, and I think it's like one every 5 to 6 years. The number 1 overall pick actually finishes number 1 overall.
Wow.
It's hard. It's hard, but you pick them knowing that
Yeah.
they're gonna get close. Like if you pick the number 1 overall and he ends up like RB3,
He was
you're
never
not
the
upset.
number 1 pick though. I don't think Travis Kelce ever went number 1 in our league before.
No, nor should he. he's a onesie position. You only have one
he
tight end you can
he
start.
probably would kind of shake it up because it's
That would
it's going.
absolutely shake it up.
I'm gonna draft
Let me
him.
see what his.
I'm gonna draft him. I'm gonna let y'all know now.
Hey,
I'm drafting Travis Kelce, my number 1 pick overall.
if you're at the
I'm
end,
draft-
if you're at the end of the first round, that's not even really.
I'm gonna be
controversial.
number 2.
Okay,
I'm
that's
calling it.
controversial. Let me see.
Extremely
Out of all
controversial.
flex positions last year, Travis Kelce was number 8. So it's not like you would have been hurt that much.
Yeah.
He was number 8 last year. 2021, he would have
go
been
Travis Kelce, number 1 overall.
number 14.
I'm really gonna shake it up. I'm gonna be stupid.
2020, he was number 7. So he
It's gonna be-
regularly
it's
finishes
gonna be
within the
crazy.
top 10
Yeah.
of all flex positions. So that's not even that controversial. If you're at the end of the first round, you might as well take him.
Yeah.
I did it one year. Almost one.
So close. So close.
I play fantasy football like horseshoes. Like I'm pretty close every time.
Yeah.
Just don't quite. I'm like hand
I can
grenades.
get there.
I get real close and I
I'm
blow
now,
up.
now I'm thinking about it because remember we're doing tight end premium, so would that
Yeah.
that would make him even more valuable.
Bro,
Oh. Yeah.
That would make it
that's why we need to decide. But
yeah.
and let everybody know we are doing tight end
Yes.
premium because after Travis Kelce and Mark Andrews, the position sucks to even play.
Yeah.
Like you're going like, should I pick up Cade Otten
Yeah, you would have
for
to pick
this
up,
week
yeah,
to
you have
start him?
You have to pick up 2
Should I
tight
pick
ends
up
and hope
Tyler
one of them
Croft?
hits.
Like
Yeah.
who the fuck are
So-
these
Yeah.
guys?
So that is true. That would make the yeah.
Tight end premium.
So that would
yeah.
be I can see that there.
It's gonna change things if we voted
I'm
in.
taking Travis Kelce, number 1 overall. I'm telling you, if I go number 2, I'm taking him. I'm telling you, I'm going
Hold
to
on,
get number
gonna,
2.
I'm gonna let you.
I'm going to get
doing
number
the-
2. I'm going to manifest it now. I'm going to manifest it now. Who, JJ? That's what you said. Oh man, he crunching numbers. He about to give something real right now. This is about to be disgusting. Whatever he's about to say is going to be disgusting. Golly, it would be
Okay,
stupid.
Hold on. I got you.
Because I mean, just thinking about what he did last year, he was insane.
Okay, I was doing if say we'd done it last year.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce would have been the number 1 overall player in fantasy by how many points?
110.
Guesses? Nick says 110.
110.
I'll go 150 points.
175.
I would go about 80 points.
102. So
said
Travis
150.
Kelce would have by
110,
far.
baby.
But that's the funny thing is it starts dropping off because he finished 100. T.J. Hawkinson was tight end 2, and Travis Kelce finished 100 points ahead of him.
Damn.
You want to know what T.J. Hawkinson would have been?
Yeah.
That's probably
Because T.J.
more
Hawkinson was starting to flourish.
323.
He was really coming into his
T.J.
own.
Hawkinson would have been 2 points better than Stephon Diggs last year.
Wow.
So that makes tight end.
It makes that tight end
Exciting.
position just that much more
It makes it
valuable.
valuable. It makes it important.
It generates.
Right.
Yeah.
You get
It's-
1.5 points per
yeah.
reception.
So instead of it being like PPR where you one catch is 1 point, you get 1.5 for every time.
It
you
just
catch
adds
it.
more value to it because outside of like
The
Mark
top 3,
Andrews
top 4,
and
you-
yeah,
you're falling
these-
off a cliff.
Kelsey
Oh
and
shit,
them.
my bad. I'm fucking dumb.
What happened?
Ignore everything I just said
Because
because I did their total points, not their catch points. That would take a longer time. That would be
Oh
more math.
yeah.
So
don't worry
okay, it
about
wouldn't be
that.
that more. But I did do the math a long time ago. Travis Kelce still would have been number 1, but I don't
Yeah.
think it would have been much more
Makes
than
sense.
Austin Eckler. So ignore everything I just said. My bad, folks.
But again, it
Still
just
a beast.
adds more
Points, not
value.
Still a
points.
beast.
It
Still a
has to
beast.
change the way that you draft them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're
You don't have a
they're
choice.
just
You
as
have to
much in the
change.
mix as everybody else now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like Cole Kmet was tight end 8. Like, what did he do? Nothing.
Poor
He was
guy
just a good starting tight end.
Yeah.
wasting
trash
away in Chicago.
I think they'll be a little better though.
I feel so bad
They,
for you.
that the team has gotten better around
I
Justin
predict
Fields.
they win no games.
Ooh.
0 games.
Ooh.
They never win another game is in their existence.
They're gonna win 5 games.
Nope, they're going to win 0 games.
I think the first
forever.
overall pick will be battled between Chicago and Arizona. So
But-
Arizona's pretty bad.
But if Chicago wins it, if they get the first pick, they're trading it. But you think if you think they're gonna get another quarterback, right? If they get the first
He
pick.
thinks they should.
I think they should. If either Arizona or Chicago gets the first overall pick, you need to trade the one you have, and you need to take home dude from USC. You are failing as an organization if you do not.
I just don't see
But
that.
remember,
I
you
think
like
you
Kyler
are
now.
epically failing.
But remember, you like Kyler now.
I sometimes, Tim, I hate you. No, I think he's a lot better than what I was giving him credit for. Absolutely. I mean, he's a top 10 quarterback, so you've already shown the stats.
Probably
on that.
not as good as Caleb Williams, though.
No, he's
Yeah.
not. Caleb Williams is a generational talent. He is a generational talent, and it doesn't matter which one of them. I don't care who's your quarterback. If you don't take him number 1 overall, you're fucking failing as an organization.
Yeah, you're gonna be
You
laughing.
don't let
is
that guy
bad.
just fucking go.
It is tough because you're juggling it. Like you can see like Justin Fields.
I'm telling
still
you right
has-
now,
still has
if I'm the
upside.
owner of the Chicago Bears
Kill
and
yourself.
my GM does not take
Oh.
Williams, you're fucking fired. You're fired immediately after that pick. You're gone. Get out of my war room. You're fucking fired.
I mean, you already fucked up taking the job. in
every
the first place.
fucking staff member, you're all gone. Get out.
Why'd you
Yeah.
take the job?
Yeah. So
Idiot.
but that's only you saying that's only if they get the first pick. Like they don't need a quarterback if they don't get the first pick.
I mean, try to trade up, do something,
Yeah.
try to get
I
there.
don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it right now though. It depends how the season.
I mean,
goes for
there.
Chicago
Yeah, I
first.
mean, there's gonna be
be
at
They
bad.
have
least
potential.
there's gonna be at least
be
4
bad.
teams that easily need to trade up and get him. So
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are
I
those 4
think so
teams
as
you're
well.
thinking that need him?
That is correct. I think Houston's always in it. Until they prove otherwise, they're always in running for number 1.
New England?
Nah.
New England?
no,
You think,
well,
you think who?
no,
You think Mac Jones is the
No, but I don't think they're bad enough.
they're not bad enough to be in the running for the
Defense
first
is
pick.
still good.
Yeah. The
Atlanta,
Raiders,
Atlanta could be in there.
Atlanta, because we don't really know anything
Yeah.
about Desmond Ritter. We know nothing.
Right. We know he's got a sick ass card on the
Yeah,
table.
he does.
Yeah, and who knows? Ritter might be one of the guys that gets out there and just kills it. But
Good. He's not gonna have to do much.
yeah,
They're gonna
Yeah,
run the
that's-
shit out of
those
that
are the
ball.
4 teams I can think off the top of my head. Would be the
Yeah.
Raiders, Atlanta, Chicago, and Arizona.
And I think
Yeah.
those teams not getting quarterbacks this year. I think that was the best thing for them. I
That
think-
they did that
yeah,
for a reason.
I
You're
think
right.
that I don't think this was the year
Because,
where you reach for quarterback.
Even
I don't
even
think it
if
was the
you're
year.
in
They let
the even
everybody
if
else
you're in
do
the
it.
top
Yeah.
3, say you have a top 3 pick, you miss out on Williams. I like Drake from.
That's what I'm saying.
He's right
Yeah.
there on the cusp of that. Like
Yeah.
Good too.
yeah.
So
Those teams
So you-
were actually smart enough
smart
to say,
enough
you know
to
what?
do that.
Let's just hold off one more year. We might be bad. One
Which is
more
what I
year.
wish the Colts would have done this year. I wish we would have
That's what I
just.
would. That's
I
what-
really
yeah.
wanted them to just, hey, look,
Just
let's
say, let's
not
just
take
hold off.
Richardson or Levis. Let's just tank it. We'll roll with
Sam the Man Ellinger.
the Mullet King, or
Yeah.
or Ellinger, yeah, and
Yeah.
we'll just finish in the top 2, and we'll take what we can get.
Because
there.
that can come back to bite you on the ass
It
too.
probably
really
that would
can.
be like that could be like another San Francisco thing.
It
Reaching for a quarterback where you didn't really have to. So
I personally thought we should have taken defense. We should have gone defense.
Will Anderson.
Well, yeah, that's who I wanted. Yeah, we
Yeah.
need an edge rusher.
And those are
But it is what it is. I'm not in the room, so you know what I mean.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah. One day,
Yeah.
Israel, if you're watching, I know you like to live life on the edge, man. Here we go.
Yeah.
Just bringing in a fan to do it. You know what? It hasn't worked yet. Let's bring in a fan. What would you do? I got to snort cocaine off a stripper's booties. I'm like, me too. That's my shit too, man. We're gonna get along great.
He's like, I let her fart in my face.
Whoa, whoa.
Parachute.
All right, bro. Our first pick. Herschel Walker still play? Is he still out there anymore? Like, yeah, 30 fucking years ago. Dog.
Yeah. Going back
Love
in
that
time.
booger sugar.
That was a tangent.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's all right. Don't hurt.
That's all good, fellas. We ready for the next one?
Yeah, I think we can jump into the next one.
I kind of want Andrew to start it.
Yeah. You wanna?
Andrew,
Yeah.
in all honesty, Andrew's
I
probably like he's the college guy.
Yeah.
If I need to know anything about college football, Andrew's my go-to.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about
Good.
the thoughts on college football going forward.
He's the in-house CFB
Okay.
analyst here.
All right, so we know going into or after this year, it will be 8 teams making it to that could be in the playoff
Yep.
instead of 4. So, my gripe about that is it would make the games. It'll make the games less important. Yes,
will.
it'll make the less, and that could actually hurt the rivalry games because we know with Michigan and Ohio
Yeah.
State, usually the winner of that game makes it to the
bowl game or
so
the
both of them
playoffs
will
or
most
whatever,
likely make
yeah.
it if they both
Yeah.
lose and they go undefeated until they play each other.
Yep.
So that's the gripe I do have about that.
Because you need that intensity for
Yes.
college football. That's what makes
That's
college
that's what
football
make that's
college
what makes
football.
that's what I'm saying with the well you could another example would be like LSU Alabama.
Yeah.
That will make that makes that game so important.
Yep.
But if you lose it,
Yeah.
it's like, well, I mean, it
So,
doesn't really beat anything.
In a sense, it's now strength of schedule means nothing.
yeah, in
Not
a
as
way, it
much.
does not mean
Schedule
anything.
means nothing now.
Yep, that
Not
is
as much
true.
now, no.
So but did y'all see any positives with it? Y'all see it? Because I'm still trying to see if I see any.
I do see a little bit of positives because it will give those teams that did fight hard, like the year what is it? Central Florida.
Yeah.
When they could have been a team that could have
Yeah.
made some actual
Yeah.
noise in
Yeah,
the playoffs if
that's
they would
true.
have made it
Yeah,
in.
that's true.
So like those one-off years where you do have an influx of good talent coming through to NCAA,
Uh-huh.
you now can give a platform to those players.
Yeah, but the thing I think about now, that I was just thinking in my head, is now we will be sitting here arguing if a 2-loss or a 3-loss team should be in the playoff. Because
Yeah.
the only places that would make
Yeah.
sense would be 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we'll be sitting there arguing that, and then potentially going to be the weakest
Yeah.
team and playing the number 1
Yep.
team. So
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. If
It's
I have
going to
say.
make the dynamic very weird.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we could talk about SEC too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
SEC changing
and
up
they
too.
need to probably start doing something with all of the, I guess if you want to say divisions that they're making, because nothing is the same. So now it's all going to be different. So now the paths that team take are like how you say, like the SEC. The SEC probably might have a 2-loss team make it into the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Pretty much. Because if you because
Because you could have Georgia beat Alabama and Texas, but then they might lose to some random ass team, and now you.
So now so you're gonna have to depend on the teams that you beat to at least finish strong.
Yeah,
So you're
be
gonna have to
good.
depend on that a lot. Yeah, you're
Well,
gonna have to
since you
depend on
beat
that a
me,
lot.
now you got to go beat everybody
Yeah,
else.
so you're gonna have to hope on
So
that
yeah,
too. So
that's just gonna make it too weird because now you're getting into a realm where nothing matters.
yeah,
so,
it's just not
so
gonna
you
hit the
have
same.
to you have to figure out a way to still make the games matter if you're going to go down this route.
Yeah, I think that's the big problem they're gonna run into as they start to get deeper into it.
I think college football is about to get watered down. I think they're slowly turning it into the NFL.
In a sense, I can see that.
Okay.
Just of how they're basically have these power conferences now. I think teams like Cincinnati or Louisville have a way outside looking in kind of chance
Yeah.
of
To
making
get
the
in, yeah.
playoffs. It's going to be really hard for them. They're going to have to go undefeated.
Now it's going to be
And
like 3 SEC teams.
That's
Yeah.
and that's gonna be the problem is
Yeah.
people gonna complain. There's too many SEC teams.
And now with NIL, if one of these players or one of these teams does have a player that pops off, he's just going to get offered more money to transfer.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he's just going to be like, oh, what do you mean? I can get paid and I can make twice as much money just going to Alabama instead? Sounds good.
Yeah.
See you later, South Carolina State.
yeah.
Like, I
Exactly.
get what they're doing, and they have to try to move forward and change it. But
Yeah.
because I understand, if you keep everything the same, does it die? Maybe. But I think the purity of college football is about to die out.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
about to get really watered down. It's about to become political, probably.
Yeah.
There's gonna be
Very
there's money
yeah.
involved now.
Too much money involved.
The transfer portal is ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
a lot of money.
it's gonna the top 25 are gonna be the only teams.
And that's the
No.
problem that we
Yeah.
didn't think we would run. That's the problem that we didn't think we would run into when they
Right.
made deals.
You didn't think you
You
would.
didn't think that it was gonna hurt college football. You thought it
Yeah.
was gonna better it.
You at first glance you think it would. Like
Yeah.
hell yeah, the players should get paid. What if they get hurt
Yeah.
and they can't play pro ball? Like
Because they're making so much money
Yeah.
for the school.
and they're basically sacrificing their lives for this university and they're not getting anything out of it.
yeah.
But now it's the flip side. It's
And that's
well,
what I think is gonna
now
happen with the college football
these
playoff.
teams who can afford to play them, to pay them, are going to get them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, nobody's balling out for Western Michigan anymore, and they can just go play for Michigan.
No.
Yeah.
It's like all I got to do is
So-
move down the road, and I'm going to get paid.
I mean, just think,
Fucking
Bronny's
see
about
ya.
to get a stupid $9 million deal
Right.
from Bose through USC.
Right.
So, I
Yeah.
mean,
That's wild,
kid,
man.
kid don't have to work. Even if he don't want to go to the NBA,
Yep.
don't even have to do anything now.
That is true.
I don't know. College football's like it was already mainstream, but it was like there was a purity to it. There was like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
rivalries. There was
That's why I said
I
the
don't know.
rivalries hit.
the rivalries aren't going to be the same
they're
now.
Be the same now more.
There'll probably be new ones, I guess.
Because, yeah, you'll never have the same team, so it'll be
Right.
different beef every year.
Like
Yeah.
Notre Dame and USC aren't going to play each other anymore.
Yeah.
They're not playing each other anymore.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Not now. I think after next year, once they go to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Which why are you calling it the
Yeah.
Big Ten? There's going to be like 86 teams in there. Call it something else, man.
Yeah, exactly.
The Big Ten. 10 what?
Yeah.
You're going to have 10 teams in the playoff?
You can't call it
When
the
it
Big
goes to
'cause
12?
The Big 12
Yeah.
still going to be a thing.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Somehow.
It makes no sense.
Somehow that's going to still be
Somehow.
a thing.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I don't think I like where it's going. I think I'll enjoy it the first couple of years, but eventually I could see it getting
You
Yeah.
can, you can
so
see
watered
it,
down.
you'll
It's
see
just
it.
going to be another NFL.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going to be the minor league NFL. Which
Pretty
already
Which
kind of
is-
was,
it
but
always was, but now it's going to be the official.
yeah, right?
Like that's
Yeah.
it. That's the only way. That's your fast track to the NFL now is going through college.
Right. They
college
probably won't even do
sports.
the combine anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's almost pointless at this point, too. So we're like,
'Cause
all
now
right.
you're getting players hurt at it.
Right. Now it's
Yeah.
our minor league affiliate. Just draft them from
Yeah.
based off of their performance and
Now
our,
you're
and
getting-
our
Most of
minor
them won't
league.
even
Yeah.
want to participate
Yeah.
in the combine.
Right.
But
Like
they have
used
to.
to.
They have to because it boosts their. It
Yeah.
boosts
Yeah,
their
the guys who
business
are
stock.
fringe.
It depends though.
It boosts their stock.
Yeah.
Depending on where
Yeah,
you're
depending, because like with Anthony Richardson,
Yeah.
that's a good case. That's
Right.
a good example. Yeah, that
Caleb
boosted
Williams
him.
could say, I'm not doing
Yeah.
shit for the combine. He
Yeah,
gets
why
number
does
one
he need to?
overall.
at. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so-
bye. What am I doing out here?
So, yeah, I can see that.
What do you think? What do you think, Drew? Or Drew? I said Drew. Julian.
I
Drulian.
think it's going to be interesting, but like you said, it's also going to be confusing because it's not going to be Big 10 no more. I mean, Big 86, Big 8.
Goddamn 47.
I don't know what's
It
going on.
simplifies it, but then it's just like, then it starts to not make sense. And then the way
And
you're
yeah,
saying it
and
just-
the travel and all
Yeah,
that is going to be kind of
it's-
crazy.
it's just going to be.
Yeah, bro. You got Rutgers going to USC. Come on.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
All the way New York. for
Seahawks playing the Patriots.
California.
I just that's the way. I mean, I'm at it with y'all. Like that's where. I don't know. I'm on.
Yeah.
I might like it, like you said. I might like it for a couple of maybe a year or two, but then it's just gonna start to get. It's gonna look like the NFL.
Yeah.
Eventually, that tournament's going to go like 24 teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's because there's going to be so many.
Like the March
It basically,
Yeah.
they're going to do the March
Yeah.
Madness of college football. I'd almost rather them do that to start.
Would that be?
Fuck
I
it.
was about to say, would
Yeah.
you rather have them like a March Madness for football?
Almost. At this
Pretty
point,
much. Yeah.
because there should be more teams in contention. Like just how the teams in basketball are able to make the tournament, it should almost be the same for football. But there's more parity in college basketball than there is football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's more diverse. It's more well-rounded. You can have Florida Gulf Coast make the Final Four. They're not going to make the college football playoff.
I think I might have a way it could work. How many games do they play in the season?
What do you mean?
12,
right?
Football
for college.
Isn't it
Usually
12?
about 12. It depends if you add if they make
Well,
if they make the
add-
and they
conference
have
championship.
Add
Uh,
the,
yeah,
the
exactly.
championship games. Add all that.
Would it be
14?
maybe about 15 to 16? Well, I'm saying if you win your conference championship,
If you win,
win,
I think that's 14, and then the college playoff could be two
so,
more.
yeah, because
right?
now you're adding, but then you're adding the 18. So you're saying if you're adding if the 8 teams are in it,
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
ooh, that would be close
Let me
to
look.
like an NFL season.
Oh yeah, the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be pretty much like an NFL season.
So I guess a way it could work would be, in a sense, you use the March Madness bracketing, but you use like the first 6 games as your seeding. So you play your strength of schedule through your first 6 games. You figure out all the teams that you could play. You play in conference and you play out of conference.
So 3 in, 3 out. Okay, I can see that.
Yes. So you'll play it that way. You'll seed yourself. You'll go through. You'll start in the middle of the season. So as you're playing, the deeper you get, the more meaningful the games get to get you into the championship. So say you take like the top 32. So that 32, then it breaks it. Then you just keep having it until you get to those bowl games. So even if you're a loser out of that tournament, you go to the loser brackets. The loser brackets play for the lower tier bowl games that are out there, but you keep the higher bracket for the main bowl game.
Georgia was 15-0 last year.
Huh?
Georgia played 15 games.
So
15
more games would be like almost an NFL season.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
They're pretty close.
So
As long as you win every game, yeah.
I think you would probably get burnt out by then.
You'd think so. I mean, if you're playing for Georgia, you already know you're going to the Eagles anyway. So
Yeah.
hell yeah, I can't wait to play for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Georgia-delphia.
Yeah. Georgia-delphia Eaglogs.
Go Eaglogs!
Go Eaglogs!
But
Go Bogles! The Georgia Bogles.
What I missed? What were y'all discussing?
we were just talking about like the flaws of the college football playoffs, going to 8 teams. And,
Oh yeah, I don't agree with it.
I don't. Yeah, we were just saying it's less parity too.
Yeah,
And the rivalries don't mean as much.
takes
because-
away from the rivalry. The games are essentially almost not meaningless, but they don't mean as much. Like I think that's what y'all said. And
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think about, before we go to the next topic? What do you think about just the college football game, just in general? Because that's like getting a lot of traction.
Get like
Just what do you think about it coming back? Since we haven't had it for
NCAA
almost
like
10
the
years.
game.
Yeah, the game. Yeah.
Man,
for college football.
I'm excited for it because when
haven't seen
NCAA was when they were making them, it was the best sports game.
Yes.
There was not a sports game better. Fuck
Yes.
you, Madden. So I'm excited just because I missed it so much.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. I just think with
because it's not
yeah.
EA's not doing it.
Who? Yeah,
EA's
EA's doing it.
Oh, they are doing
The
it.
only thing that
that's
EA
that's what it is.
The only
EA
thing about EA, they have a bad traction since college football has stopped. Because of, I mean, I know there's different people work on it than Madden, but
But
it's just the
also,
fact that they have
you know, I saw an article the other day talking about a lot of the college players
they don't want to be in it
they don't want to be in it.
because they're only getting paid $500. Their NIL deals, like, what's the point?
They want more
Who
money.
was old boy that said, I'll take $25? I don't give a shit.
I did.
Williams.
Williams is one of the ones.
Is
that,
he one of the ones sitting
he's
out?
one of the ones
not
that-
sitting out. He's one of the ones that
doesn't want to do it
Doesn't
because
wanna
he
do
knows his
it was
worth
a
is
big
lot
time
more.
college player.
It was a quarterback for some
It-
team. He's like, I'll take $25.
I think I did see that,
Put
but
me
I
on
can't
there.
remember where it was.
yeah.
But yeah,
Whoever that guy was, good job, man. That's how you should be. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
playing
really
anyway.
think these guys should fucking care.
yeah.
Like,
Do they get royalty deals though?
They get $500. But then,
bro,
yeah,
I'm
if-
playing
But with
anyway.
the NIL deals now,
that's what I'm saying. It's really,
you don't
they don't
need
really
that
care.
fucking. Quit being greedy, bitches. Go out there and play some football.
Yeah, but then
You're
yeah.
playing either way. It's not like you're sitting out because you
Yeah.
didn't get paid for a video
A
game.
fucking game.
But there
Just
is-
say, go
yeah.
ahead and use it. I don't care.
There is two things that makes it where you can get around that is people, obviously they can create the rosters and do all that. You can share it with other people and they could just do it themselves.
Now, what I am excited for is that you can take your player from NCAA
And put them into Madden.
and put him in Madden.
Yeah, that was
I'm-
always
I'm
a fun thing too. So
They do that before.
Huh?
They
They
did.
did do
Did
that.
It's just what I'm excited because it stopped because they
They
quit
did
making
stop.
it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Actually,
so
around the time I quit playing.
and they
video
said
games.
that will be one of the big features coming back.
Yeah.
So your road to glory
Yeah.
can
It's like-
continue.
so now
I
you
won
have
4
the- yeah.
national championships and 6 Super Bowls in a row.
I was 6'8" running back, running a 4.2.
I ran a 3.940.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to
50-inch
always
vertical.
create the most
Yeah.
craziest looking fucking players. Just-
I was the total opposite. Whenever I created a player, I was like, "This is me if I got to play."
Yeah.
It's like
Build
Yep.
yourself.
I did. It's like I'm not that tall. I'm kind of fast, but not really. It's like
I want Cam
Is it-
Newton's body, Lamar Jackson's Jackson's mobility. Let me get
I created
Be
the
like-
most realistic player
let
I
me
could.
get
to
Aaron
see how good I
Rodgers'
could do it.
arm.
It'd be like my little
Tom
brother.
Brady's intellect.
So you used to be able to create players and then save them on a team on there.
Yeah.
And so when you go and play, you can go and play like a quick match with somebody,
Yeah.
and they're on that team. Dude, Hunter, my little brother used to do that shit. He'd create all these 7-foot players that were shit brick houses that ran like a 4.040.
So, yeah, I'll play with Cleveland.
And I'm like, oh yeah, and I just like I'd pick a team at the time that I liked, and then I'd play them, and I'm like, why are your receivers so tall?
Why is LeBron James
Right.
playing wide receiver
What?
right now?
punter can make a 99-yard pass.
Why is your left tackle running a 4.0? Why is he keeping up with this guy? You know what I mean? Like, why is your nose tackle tracking me down 60 yards down the field? What is happening?
Game stats 25. Said 25 rushes.
Bro,
Negative
he used
36
to do that shit, and he just wouldn't say nothing, and he'd just be grinning. Yeah, okay, yeah. We started playing, it'd be touchdown, interception, because you can't. What are you gonna do? Throw over a
Wearing
7-foot
you
guy who's got a
out.
40-inch vertical? Okay, whatever. Fuck him.
That's pretty much the mascot games now.
Yeah, I took some from your brother-in-law. I took some from your brother-in-law.
You were a thief?
This guy.
I dropped my can of dip in a puddle in Denton. I was very angry.
This
This
guy.
morning, by the way.
Wow. Great
This
start
guy.
to your day.
So,
Right?
not only do they owe me for that hour they were late, they owe me a can of dip.
Yeah, they do. Good luck getting that one.
Well, let's
Either.
go ahead and jump into which teams were almost dynasties.
Don't say it.
I'm pretty interested to hear a couple of.
Don't say it.
Here you go.
Don't say it.
All right.
Don't say it. I know what you're
Okay.
going to say. Don't say it. You. Don't say it.
Go ahead.
We already argued about it Friday night.
No, yeah. No, y'all go ahead. I want to hear.
What do you
this.
mean?
I know
I
what
wasn't
team
at
you're
the
gonna
game
say.
Friday, so I missed it.
I don't know what team I'm gonna
Okay,
say.
then say your team.
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
No,
Okay.
I wasn't
mind.
thinking yet.
Maybe he won't, but we argued about it Friday.
I'm trying to think of it. I was getting lit Friday. I had way too many beers on an empty stomach.
Them Yang Lang.
Hell yeah. Come on, man. You're gonna have to refresh my memory. Let me hear
The
it.
one team in football history who's made more than 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Oh, the Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said they are a dynasty. I said they are one, and you said how they didn't win.
Well, they're not a dynasty.
They are.
If they would have won, yes.
They are though.
But they're not a dynasty. They didn't win.
I don't care.
You
if
gotta
they
you
won.
gotta win to be a dynasty.
Do you? I didn't know that was a rule.
I mean, it solidifies you as being a dynasty. It
A
just
winner
makes
for
you
sure.
it just makes you a good team if you've made it to that many Super Bowls.
Who holds the record for most Super Bowl appearances in a row?
The Bills.
Yeah, they do. So
And
for
how
4
many
years in a
and
row,
how many of those did they win?
it doesn't matter.
Not a damn one.
I think the only one that matters, the only sport that matters in is football. If it was another sport, I would say I agree. But as hard as it is to make the Super Bowl, and
But
you held 16 teams out of professional football from saying you can't go here, we're going here.
I get what you're saying, but to me, it's just
And they
not-
took a 1-year break and went back to another one. Because didn't they go to 5?
I don't think that.
Did they go to 5?
I'd have to look that up.
I don't think
I'm
that
not a
happened.
Bills
With Jim
Mafia,
Kelly?
so I couldn't tell
Or
you.
was it just 4?
Jim
I think
Kelly?
it's just those
Was
4
it
in a
just
row.
4?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No,
And
you're
lost,
good. I
and
was
lost all 4.
I couldn't remember if they had
sure did.
taken a
And
1-year
lost all
break.
4.
And
They sure fucking did.
yes, they did. They
L's.
lost all 4.
So it's tough because, in a sense, to me, even winning, if they would have won one of them, I would no doubt call them a dynasty.
I think that's
No doubt.
I think that's close enough where you could say they could
No
win
doubt.
one.
I remember what Tim's one of his points that he made on Friday was saying that the level of difficulty of the sport too. Because remember we were saying that if it's football, you only get 1 game. In basketball, you get 7 chances to win 4 games each series. So them making it winning that many games in
In
that
a
span
row.
of time in the playoffs when it mattered the most, that's tough to argue. That is tough. I don't know. It's tough to argue.
And I agree. I don't think Nick has an argument if they win at least one. I think it's a
just-
no-brainer.
Yeah.
But
it's
the
just
fact that they didn't, it's like,
win one, it makes it tough. Because
think they are.
even if like for right now, like you could almost, in a sense, I'm not saying they are, but say that the Bengals could potentially become a dynasty if they can just keep going to Super Bowls, and they have opportunities to.
If they did
Because
4 in
they
a
are
row,
the
then
they
yeah.
are the only they are the only team that has beaten the actual Super Bowl winning teams.
If they did it 4 times in a row, I'd say yeah. But nobody's going to do it 4 times in a row ever again, I don't think.
Probably
I don't-
not.
I don't think any team's going to make it 4 times in a row, no matter the combination of wins losses.
I think so as well.
4
I
times
think,
in a row is
I
ridiculous.
think that was an anomaly.
It was.
It was,
The
but not a
fact they lost
dynasty.
them all.
But
lost
not a
them all.
dynasty.
So-
you went 4 times in a row. You lost them all.
That's
Obviously,
what
this
makes it
this
tough.
this doesn't have anything to do with the whole dynasty question.
That's not my
but,
choice, by
But
the
for
way.
Jim Kelly,
Jim Kelly.
do you get put in the GOAT conversation?
No,
No. We had this discussion before.
Have
No.
we?
We said he had to at
he
least,
had to win
as far as quarterbacks.
at least one.
He had to win at least
No, no.
one.
I'm saying if
if he,
if
If
he
he
won
would've won
at
one-
least,
Well,
1
no,
to 2
I
of them
remember what
going
it
4
was.
in a row.
We had a reverse if their careers had been reversed.
oh, so yeah, like Jim Kelly winning 4
Yeah,
Super Bowls
then
and
he'd be in a GOAT
going
conversation.
4
I mean,
0, he would be. Yeah, he would
right?
be considered a GOAT.
He'd have to
He'd
be considered.
yeah,
Yeah,
a GOAT
4 and winning
Yeah.
4 in a row. That's
Yeah.
probably
That's
probably between
impressive.
him and Tom Brady.
That's impressive.
'Cause
You
Joe
no
Montana
doubt
went
now,
4
you
and
one of the
4 and
best
0.
dynasties.
Because Jim Kelly's still up there. Like he was very good.
You probably
was very good.
might.
It'd be between him and Tom
Because
Brady.
what is
It'd be
y'all's
the LeBron.
Michael Jordan?
Jordan
yeah,
conversation.
yeah.
conversation of,
Yeah,
of football. Yeah.
It's like LeBron went to a bunch in a row, but he doesn't have as good a record as
Yeah.
MJ going.
But he
6-0.
has 4 and 0, and
In a
you
row.
have 2 and 5. Whoop de doo.
Yeah,
You
right?
still lost. You still lost 5 times.
Went to 8
Jim
consecutive.
Kelly would be up there. He'd be up there.
So I.
Exactly.
No, I
Yeah.
just,
And I didn't want to answer for you. I don't know if that's what your answer or not. I just wanted to relive the argument.
No, no,
real
no, no.
quick.
You're
Yeah,
not, you're
I
not wrong.
wasn't there
You're
for
not
it, so
wrong.
I
though.
wanted to hear
I
it.
mean, like I said, I just don't choose them to be that dynasty because I do agree that going to 4 Super Bowls is tough, especially in probably the hardest sport to play. It's just that not doing it, not getting over that edge when you've had that many opportunities is what hurts you. It just diminishes everything.
I can't argue with you too hard. I just think they were a dynasty. But
They
I'm not gonna,
and
I'm
I
not
and
gonna-
I
I'm
get
gonna
that.
fight
I
you.
get that.
I'm not gonna
I
fight
get
you.
that.
I do. Yeah, I do agree that they were. a
For
dynasty.
just football's sake, yes, they were a dynasty, because that on your resume is impressive enough. It would just make your resume stellar if you would have had at least one of them. On
So are they your number 1 choice for almost dynasty?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Number 1 almost dynasty. Like man, that's just terrible luck.
Yep.
Just terrible luck.
It was.
You did everything right, but you
well,
just
except for the
couldn't.
game that got blown out, that wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
luck,
that
'cause
was
they
wasn't
weren't
terrible
going to
luck.
win.
Yeah, they were not down.
against Dallas.
That was
They weren't going to beat Dallas.
That was a
But
little.
when they went wide left, missed the field goal kick, and it was like 13 yards.
Oh,
Oh my!
looked
That's all
like
you had
Brett
to do.
maybe Maher
I'm
out
about to
there.
say Brett Maher.
A
I'll
little
kick a
chip shot.
65-yarder down the middle.
Yeah, right.
Can't-
You're going to miss a 20-yarder.
Yeah.
I think my choice was going to be the Heat from LeBron James era.
Okay.
Bro, they
I
were
like this
supposed to dominate. He was out there. We're not going to win. We're not going to stop at 3, 4, 5, 6. They won 2. They went to 3 and lost 2, right? Or they went to 3 and won 2. They went to 4. They went to 4 in a row, and they
Every,
were
every year they were on the same. They went to finals.
2 and 2 in Miami.
2-2. Yeah.
They lost to San
They beat
Antonio and
OKC
Dallas.
they beat OKC and the Spurs the first time.
Yeah, then they lost
in
to
the
Golden
second
State and Spurs, right? Or Mavericks and Spurs. Sorry,
And then
the
they lost to
Spurs.
Mavericks.
bro. They were supposed to win 4 in a row
Yeah.
with the team that they had, and didn't do it. They were exciting to watch. The Heatles.
Yep.
A lot of lobs, a lot of action, a lot of points. Dude,
Revolutionized the space and pace too.
they did.
'Cause
Actually, good
that's
point.
why
good
they
point.
lost to Dallas the first years because they didn't have enough shooters.
They didn't.
They couldn't. Yeah.
They relied too much on the big three.
Yeah.
And they didn't have anybody else behind them. And if one of them had an
Definitely.
off night, they were done.
So
Because the way all 3 of them played together, that none of them were really shooters.
yeah.
I wouldn't consider
Definitely.
D Wade a shooter. He's probably the best shooter out of the 3.
Yeah, and Chris Bosh had to pretty much change his
you would
game
say-
to just being a 3-point shooter.
Pretty much, yeah.
So,
I'm gonna say LeBron's a better shooter than
Then D Wade?
Y-
You think
yeah,
so?
Just
He's a
because
better
he
what?
doesn't, but he just the only reason why I'm saying is because I personally say he needed to shoot more often. He don't shoot enough. If he would shoot more, I think he would have been
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
At that point in his career, probably, yeah. Yeah, you're
He
probably
just,
right.
he was more of a pass first, so it was.
He was
So,
facilitating. I
yeah.
mean, again though, like those three together should have won at least 3 in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That loss to the Mavericks was wild.
Yeah.
That Nobody saw
Nobody
that
saw that coming.
Everybody wrote off that like, dude, there's no way Dallas is beating the Heat. What
They
are you
were
talking
beaten
about? They shouldn't
by-
even be here.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did. He
but
said-
looking back
They
at
were-
that,
I
was-
win.
They got beat by fundamental basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
JJ
they got
Barea.
beat by pure basketball fundamentals.
Yeah.
They did.
That's literally how they lost.
Yeah.
That's the craziest
And they
thing
got
about it.
Yeah, they got exposed.
Because
Fan
when you
tore
look
them
at the
up.
rosters, the Mavericks did not have a better roster.
No.
Oh no, definitely not.
They
Underrated.
literally
but-
beat them by fundamental basketball.
But think about this: do you think they had the better role players looking back at it?
Oh, for
we
sure.
we already said that
they had
he
the better
to change.
role players.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
Jason
I'll
Terry,
give you
my
that.
guy.
And Jason Kidd and all that experience and stuff.
Jason Kidd, Jason
Yeah.
Terry, Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Sean
good.
Marion.
So I can
X
see I
factor.
can see the case with the Mavs when it comes to role players.
Y-
can see
yeah.
that.
That's really what beat him.
But like,
Fundamental basketball, role playing, shooting.
but like
the
when
right
you watch
shots.
those games, like if you ever rewatch those games, that's what beat the Heat was fundamental basketball. And that's the craziest thing
Yeah.
about it.
I thought Cramps beat
And,
him.
and Dirk, that wasn't even one of his best series either. Because I remember he was sick and he had a couple games where he wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they were making fun of him. They were making shirts saying LeBron and Wade were wearing shirts, and I guess they said.
yeah, they were like coughing, like
Yeah, they were
like
coughing
because he was
and
sick.
stuff. Yeah.
So
Yeah, haha, real funny. You
Yeah.
fucking lost.
42 on you.
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was dope.
I thought Cramps got him because there's not enough air conditioning in the building.
Yeah.
Even though no other player was affected, it was just you. But
Yeah.
sure. That was the series he went out for Cramps, right? Was against
Yeah,
Mavericks?
that's
Mavericks?
What,
Fucking
that was.
pathetic.
It was against Spurs.
It was the Spurs.
against
It was
Spurs.
one or the
It
other.
was the last year.
It was one or the other, yeah.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
Uh,
Oh, it's so hot in here. I'm cramping up. Oh, carry me off the court while I'm down 20 points. Shut up.
All time.
All right, I got one.
What you got? What you
mine's,
got? What you got?
Mine's NFL. Mine is the 2000 Eagles. In the 2000s, this was the time where they went to 4 conference championships in a row.
yeah, they did.
When their division was not good because everybody was rebuilding, but them. They obviously lost 3 conference championship games. Lost in the Super Bowl to New England. Actually had a lead in that game. I remember that game very vividly. They were actually winning that game for a decent amount of time. That was the game that Terrell Owens was hurt. He was playing with a broken leg, I think. So that would have propped them up even more if they won that too. So, and after that Super Bowl, that's when the turmoil between Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens happened.
Yep.
So
You're right.
imagine if they had won that, Terrell Owens obviously would have had a ring. Donovan McNabb would have had a ring and been looked higher regard as a quarterback.
True.
Still not
Andy
a
Reid
Hall
would
of
have
Famer.
already had his ring,
Boo.
and I mean, you
Boo.
had chances to win multiple rings because I mean your division was not that good at the time. So that would be the one for me. The Eagles blew it for sure.
It's funny. One of those teams that you mentioned, I remember us playing against them in an NFC division game, and it was 4th and 22, and Donovan McNabb completed a pass.
Man, so
we
the
lost.
game would have been over if he didn't.
Yeah.
So
4th
man,
and 22, and we were in the lead.
Dang, that's tough.
That was a heartbreaker, man.
That's tough.
You're like, there's no way they're completing this.
What year was that? So who would y'all have playing the Super Bowl?
I think
Well, you
that
said
was
it
90. I
divisional,
think that
right?
was 99. I believe that was 99. It wasn't the year that they lost. It wasn't the year that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
So it was the year before, because it was 2 years after we went and lost to Denver.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So yeah, it would have been
So, yeah.
99.
So,
I don't remember who won that year.
You got anything to say about that? The Eagles?
The Fleagles?
The Eagles, yeah, that would have yeah. I don't think Andy Reid would have left if he would have won one.
Probably not.
He'd probably still be an Eagle
Probably.
because
Eating
I
them
mean
Philly cheesesteaks.
he did show everything he could do, and the Eagles did like it. But when he he didn't win that Super Bowl. They're like, man, we got to cut our losses.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, he can get us close, but
Yeah,
Not to the promised
he's not
land.
the guy that can get us there. And I mean, hey, Eagles ended up getting there one, so I mean,
I guess
you did
eventually.
something. So, and they made it back to another one. So you're doing something right. But
I
it
guess.
did hurt for those years of getting rid of a coach like that and him going out and winning 2 at another place.
Yeah, it just goes to show. Okay, I guess they should have got rid of McNabb and kept
Yeah.
Reed, and they got
Yeah.
rid of Reed and kept McNabb.
Yep.
Wrong choice.
Wrong choice. Made the wrong decision.
Yep. So my pick was going to be, and it's only because it hurts my soul.
Oh, here it comes. I know it. I know it.
We're the 70s Cowboys, the Roger Staubach
You
era.
don't think they're dynasty?
They went to 3 and they only won 1.
I thought
No, they won 2. They 71 and 77.
They won 77. But I mean,
okay.
so
But the
70.
Staubach ones?
So Staubach was
I thought
from
you were gonna say
75.
Rangers.
No.
I thought you were going
If we
Rangers.
would have won 1, I could consider it, but it's not an almost dynasty if you don't win it.
Almost dynasty.
It's an almost dynasty.
yeah,
Yeah.
y'all would have been an almost dynasty. The Rangers.
If you would have won 1.
you would have been one.
No.
No, we're saying like we were on the cusp of making one, but like it's the Eagles.
Yeah, they never won one.
It's almost not like you, but
So
The Rangers were super close.
So in a sense to me, so almost being a dynasty. So yeah, you may have gone those years. Winning 1 in those 3 years made you an almost dynasty. Just because you went those 3 years, you would have been a dynasty if you would have had that ratio swip. You win 2 and you only lost 1, you were a dynasty.
No, because you
I think
lost
if you-
2 World
if you
Series
go
in
to
a row,
3 if you-
and then
yeah.
you lost the AL conference, and then
Because my pick
Yeah.
was the
look,
Rangers.
2010 lost the World Series, 2011 lost the World Series, 2012 lost the ALWC,
Yeah.
2015 lost the ALDS,
Yeah.
2016 lost the ALDS.
Yeah, that,
You had a pretty
Ra-
good shot of winning 3 World Series
Yeah.
in that time
Ra-
span.
Rangers
you
were,
could
were
have,
my pick, but
Could
and
have.
if you would have won 2,
could have.
that would have been a dynasty to me.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like-
it
Yes.
would have been
Yes.
almost
if you
dynasty.
if
Yes.
you if you, go
get
to 2, you
get
win
to
1.
3
you're-
and you win 2. You a
with
dynasty.
all of that,
So
though,
they were
if
close.
you win 1,
they were
you're a
that close.
dynasty.
They were pretty close, man. Back-to-back World Series.
I just to me you at
That's
least
within a
have to,
6-year span.
Yeah, that's
That's pretty fucking close, man.
A lot of those games
Yeah.
we blew. A majority of the games we lost were the ones we blew.
I think this brings up a different question. How long
Yeah.
does a dynasty last then? I give it. I
To
give
me,
it
I
10
give it.
years.
To me, it depends.
In a 10-year span, to me.
To me, it depends in a span of. So it depends on how relevant you are. So in a sense, if you can make it back those 3 years, you were only a dynasty in that time. Because my thing is that if you're going to bring that into consideration, you say they went 4. You say Buffalo went 4 years to the Super Bowl and they did nothing after that. So you have to take those other 6 years into consideration with those 4. I don't do that.
How many teams make 4 championships in 10 years? It's the same argument.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, I think it just diminishes them when you do that.
That makes it more impressive. Nobody else has done it still.
yeah.
I think a dynasty has to be a certain amount of time.
Yeah, you
I
do.
say at minimum at least 3.
That's minimum,
At
yeah.
least
I'm
3,
saying maximum.
3 years. 3 years of being it. If you weren't in the championship and lost it, you at least almost made it to it.
but if you make it there and you lose,
And you lose, you were almost a dynasty. Because you had the opportunity, you just didn't win it. So you at least win 1 of the 3 you go up to. You were almost a dynasty because you went 3 times. You had 3 opportunities to win, but you could only muster out 1. Man, you were almost a dynasty. It solidifies you as a good team, a good run, but not a dynasty. You win. You have a. Yeah. Yeah, man. You're a dynasty. I can consider that because I mean, right now, Kansas City's on a dynasty run. If
Yeah.
Kansas City somehow makes it to 1 more, I would consider them a dynasty. You now have won 2 of the last
they're
4 or
2
5
and-
you've been to. So I mean, shit, man.
2-1.
2-1.
Mahomes is 2-1.
2-1. So he'd be 2-2, and he's made it to 4 championships, and he's only been in the league for how long?
Like 6-7 weeks.
And he and he's made this team a dynasty now. Yeah. I'd consider that a dynasty because Tom Brady, early years in was early years with
His
the Patriots.
whole era
It was-
with the Patriots.
I
was
mean,
a dynasty.
every era he was with was a dynasty era, but it was, but that's what you would consider a dynasty. Even if it was a young
Yeah.
team, and that's a dynasty.
He had a- he had a big
I think
break in
Tom
between.
Brady's
Yeah.
Patriots, that whole tenure he was with the Patriots, that's the longest running dynasty.
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah,
anomaly.
yeah, yeah.
That entire time he was there, they were a
Yeah.
complete
But I
dynasty.
was just trying
They
to
were no longer
bring
a
in
dynasty.
those first couple of years he was with them.
Yeah,
like
there
how
was
his-
actually a big
it
break
could-
in
it could
between their
mirror-
success.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah,
how
right.
many Super Bowls do they go in a 10-year span?
a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
So if you're looking at it in a 10-year
Yeah.
period,
Yeah, there was a
they were
span in the
dynasty.
mid 2000s where they didn't make one, or they
Yeah.
made one. Well, they made one, they lost, but after that, they didn't make one.
But they
For a
still,
little while.
they still within that 10-year span, they went to more.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the following decade, they went to more.
yeah, he did
Yeah.
2005 to 2015. There was a 10-year span where he didn't win one.
Okay. Wow,
Yeah, it's
So?
longer than people remember.
that is.
They lost 2 in between there. They went twice and lost both of them, but then they won again in 2015. So yeah, most people don't realize that they went 10 years without winning one.
But where
It's-
do
just
you
because they won
count?
so
So
often.
where do you count those 10 years though? Do you count from the
The
first Super Bowl he
2000s.
played in
The 2000s.
until 2010, and then from 2011 till when he left?
I mean, the easy answer is you go decade by decade, but
Yeah,
then
you would go decade
that
by decade.
discounts teams that win late in a decade and then early in a decade, because then they
Yeah.
could go. Say you went in 98 and 99, then you went in 2002, 2004, just for example.
Yeah, because
They wouldn't have that much success in a decade. That's
'Cause-
why I think
yeah.
it's 10 years anywhere.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to
because you would use
necessarily be
you
the
would
90s.
you would use that scenario for the Giants because they remember they won in 08, but they didn't win another one until 2012.
I think once
So-
you make one, then it's 10 years between you making one
Yeah.
win or loss, and then in the next 10 years. And
Yeah.
anytime in that time frame.
That's very interesting
Okay.
to think about too.
Because
like
it
that.
discounts somebody to say a decade. I think as soon as you no, no, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. I said anytime you made one, you win or lost.
starts your clock
That
there.
starts your clock there.
But do you still count Brady and them making the playoffs almost every single year? In fact, I don't
Yeah.
even think they missed the playoffs. I feel like sustaining that
Sustainability.
success helps make you that dynasty.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
just like that 2005 to 2015, nobody else won twice in a row. So
No.
I guess if you want to go year by year, 2005 to 2015, there were no NFL dynasties. They went twice and they lost. Nobody else won 2 in a row. So then there were none
Yeah.
for that time period.
Okay.
Yeah. Chiefs are
Chiefs are on
Pretty
the
damn
cusp
close.
of
Chiefs are
really
knocking
being
on
a
the door.
dynasty.
They're knocking
Right.
on the door.
they already
knocking on the door.
they already have the room booked.
Yeah.
They just gotta show up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So what you got? What you got?
I'm gonna go with 2017 Golden State Warriors. Whenever KD left, they already won one. They won one before, and LeBron came in, and he won his. KD came in, they won their 2.
Mm-hmm.
If KD would have stayed, I mean, it could have. I mean, everybody was tired of it being Cavs and Warriors. I know.
I mean,
that, trust
yeah.
me.
So it would be a dynasty that was propped up to even.
Yeah.
I think it,
Anomaly.
yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like you said, you consider it a dynasty.
It would have,
They
but
win, yes, they won one, but they lost. They also went to 2. They lost. They won one, and then they
Yeah.
went back again, and they won with KD 2 more times. So they were on their way to a dynasty or be in a dynasty, but I think they could have.
So I guess potentially pushing to be the greatest dynasty of all time.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
So you're saying that they're not a dynasty?
I think it depends on his definition of a dynasty.
yeah.
Which it
Well,
seems
that's-
like we all
that's
have
fair.
different.
That's
I
fair.
think it depends. Like Nick said. I mean, if you go 1 year and then you've gone 3 years and you won at least 2 out of the last 3, then
Because then
you
they
can
won
be
2 with
considered- Yeah, they won 2.
they won 2 without KD.
Yes. Yes.
And
no.
they
Yes.
Yeah, I thought they won 2 without KD.
No, they've only won 1. No, they only won 1 without KD. We won 2015-16 or 2014-15, and then we lost whenever Draymond got suspended Game 5 in 2016. Then we won with KD 2016-17, and then we just won it last year. We lost to Toronto. We lost to Toronto. Yes. No. No. No, we have 7 total. Yes, but we only have Curry only has 4.
Curry only has 4.
Curry has 4. So I mean, technically you can consider him a dynasty, but I'm talking about the
Absolutely
KD era.
can.
The KD era dynasty. It could have been a solidified. Not Curry, yeah.
What LeBron did
Yes.
in Miami is what actually could have happened in
Golden State, yes. Yes. That's
I get what you're saying.
Yes.
If KD wasn't such a bitch boy, they could have done it. I
if
got
Draymond Green went out
KD,
here
you're a
punching
bitch.
motherfuckers and bullying people, we could have been
Okay.
I guess, yeah.
I got a question about that. So, do you think that if they didn't blow the 3-1 lead, KD still comes there?
I think that
There's
as far
no
wait,
way.
which one are you talking about with OKC?
No, I'm saying if they would have won.
No.
If they would have won 2015, 2016, if the 3-1 didn't happen, if they would have
Okay.
won, would KD have came that next year?
I still think that he would have came
think
because
so?
I think so because I think he already had it in his mind where he was going to go.
You don't
think so?
think? You don't think because obviously we don't know what really happened and why he really. I mean, I think we all know,
I
but
think
Yeah, we know
it was
why.
his beef
Yeah.
between Draymond Green. But that locker room chose Draymond Green over KD.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and you got to think about it. Like they all came in together. Well, at least they all. been
They were all
established.
drafted relatively
like,
close
right,
together.
right,
Right,
yeah.
yeah.
So they were all like on the brotherhood. It's like, man, this is a new guy. He's the new in the circle. Don't get me wrong. He's cool like all of us, but
Because those
really
rumors
he
is.
coming
kind
out
of
there, man.
was like the outsider. Yeah.
Klay
Exactly,
Thompson
yeah.
even said like KD would start shit with Draymond in the locker room. They'd get into it heavily and they'd have to split them up. I mean, it was
Yeah.
a whole thing between them two.
That is true.
And I
They
think
fucking
it was
hated
just-
each other.
Well, I think it was just because they unappreciated KD. They were like, don't get me wrong, you already had the Sunday and everything, and KD was that really badass cherry on top, but
I think I think it was more of KD didn't respect Draymond and what Draymond meant to that team. I think that's what it was.
Probably.
KD was like, "Oh man, I have all the skill. I'm the guy. You should worship the ground I walk on." But Draymond's like, "No, man, this is a fucking team. You need to be a part of the team before anything comes first for you."
I don't disagree with that because there's been occasions where KD said there is no reason LeBron James should be rated a better player than him ever.
and
Which
I
is
agree
also
with
wrong,
you.
but that's fine.
He is wrong. He's 100% wrong. He's not even a top 25. So
I agree with you, but
It's
at
like
the
a
same
wiener,
time,
KD.
you gotta respect the talent. You gotta respect the player. I'm not saying Draymond go back down from this dude because he's KD, but
But the team was winning before he got there.
But honestly, was that team? Do you consider that team a winning team, or a consistent winning team with what we had?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it makes KD look even worse because they won it last year.
and the year before
So-
KD went, they had the best record ever in NBA
Yeah.
history without him.
So that's why I think.
Granted,
that's why
they
it goes back
blew
to
that
them being an
3-1
outsider.
lead. Yeah.
They already had sustained success before he got there.
Because
So-
I mean, once Clay got hurt, it seemed like KD left, Clay got hurt. I don't think everybody realized we were damn near the last team in the NBA. So we did like a 1-year rebuild. So that's why I'm saying like, I don't think we drafted. I think we should have took LaMelo personally over Wiseman. Because Wiseman, that was stupid.
No, I agree with
we
that.
tanked for Wiseman, but I get it. It was a big man. That's what we wanted. That's what we needed. The logical pick would have been.
I also think
LaMelo.
that's what stems with that beef that KD had with him in the locker room. It's like they're like, dude, why are you tripping like this? Because, bitch, we don't need you.
And I
I
think,
think
that's,
Nick's right because I think that's what happened with Jordan Poole. I think Draymond started seeing glimpses of the same attitude. He's like, "Well, I'm gonna check it this time." I think so. I think he thought, yeah. I think he started getting a little upset. Jordan Poole started to feel himself a little too much. Like, however, we had like, yeah, I already had KD come through, and he got to get away with it because of who he is.
Yeah.
But you ain't these two fucking dudes.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
ain't
but
about to
check-
do none of this shit.
I just personally think that they could have put their all that bullshit aside and just, go out there and win championships. It would have been good from a fan aspect, but I guess coming from like being a man, it's like, nah, dog, you're not gonna do
Yeah.
that to me.
Sorry.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
you're not gonna dog what I just been working my ass off for
Yeah.
the last.
I just don't think it made Draymond look good. After they played the Lakers, he didn't play good either
True.
because it's like, because remember he was trying to get the extension,
Yeah.
and so they
that was
pretty
not
much
a good
he
time
pretty
to
much
do that.
pushed Jordan Poole out.
Yeah.
And was kind of being like, yeah, y'all got to give me the money now because y'all don't have Jordan Poole.
I hope you don't need
So-
him no more.
So I can see Jordan Poole being a little bit salty about that. I can see the
True.
I can see the standpoint.
Oh,
of that.
He's gonna
Yeah.
come back trying to prove him
Yeah,
wrong.
and I hope he does. I definitely hope
I really
he
do,
does.
but yeah, because from where he started from, like a lot of people don't realize, like he's been in the league for a minute. If
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken, I think he's got 3 rings.
Huh?
Jordan Poole.
No,
No,
he
he's
was
got
on he was
2.
on the 2022, but I think he was a rookie the year before. So he's been in the league for about 3 or 4
thought it
years.
was about
4 years.
Yeah.
So it'll be his 4th year.
yeah.
But, y-
Yeah. So he only has 1 ring though.
but y'all are the best dynasty in the NBA since the Bulls. So
Yeah.
it's not like it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Last 9 finals, y'all win to 6, and you won 4.
Yeah.
So you're 4-2 in the last 9 finals. So you basically every
I guess it's
2 out of
just-
3 finals you're in it.
I guess it's just like every American, you want more. Yeah, you
Right?
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
like,
of course
man,
it's
what
your
could've
team.
been?
You
What
want to win
could've
them.
been?
You want them to win every year. I want my team to win
Yeah.
12 years in a row.
Yeah.
Fuck everybody else.
Your ratio would look way different if KD did stay, though. I will say you are correct. You would
Maybe
would
that's
not
6-0.
Yeah,
I really
yeah.
think we would have been the first.
You would have
would've been
pushed.
the
You
first
probably would have
three-peat
pushed since the Bulls.
Yeah,
yeah,
because
you would have pushed
KD
yeah.
and Clay getting hurt
For
against
sure.
Toronto. That hurt us.
Yeah,
And don't get me wrong.
And the
we could've
luckiest
won
shot
it.
to ever
They could've won
happen
that.
ever.
Oh, you're talking about the Sixers?
No, the Kawhi shot.
The Kawhi
with the
shot.
s-
The
Against
luckiest
Sixers,
shot
right?
to ever exist
Yeah,
ever
the bounce
in
the-
history
yeah,
ever.
76.
Curry almost tied that
Ever?
one up to send it to Game 7 in
Yeah.
Game 6, but
So,
or no, I'm lying. Game 6. They won it in Game 5, right?
what is it again? I didn't hear what you said.
Toronto won it in Game 5.
Against
was-
Philadelphia?
No, against
Oh, it was
Golden
game
State.
6.
It was,
It was game
right?
6.
yeah,
Yeah.
it went to Game
Yeah,
7,
it was
that's
Game
right.
si- it was
went
Game-
to Game
I
7.
like my chips with the dip.
So,
Hold on, not to interrupt everybody. DeAndre Hopkins is signing with the Tennessee Titans.
Oh,
He said he wanted to go to a competitor.
oh my god.
Lies.
Fumbled the bag, bro.
He's-
You
Big time
I thought-
lies.
fumbled the
I
bag.
thought he was tired of playing with bad quarterbacks.
Right? That makes
I
no
thought we were
sense.
past that.
He's acting like he's out there playing with bums.
So it was about the money.
yes,
Yeah.
yep. Who gonna
Bro,
give me
come
the
on.
money?
So where do
Buddy.
you draft him now? I don't
He
even. I
is.
wouldn't even
Way
know where to
better than
draft him. He's got a terrible quarterback.
Yeah,
Where do you draft him? I guess that makes the conference you're playing in, or division, I should say, division a little bit harder.
yeah.
Jacksonville's still winning it, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. So now you have, now you actually have competition for second place,
Yeah.
Spencer,
Ah,
because he makes it a little bit better. It's not like Tannehill's like worthless, but he's not good.
yeah.
That just really
That's a nice. That's good for
frustrates me
Treylon Burks.
because he said all that shit in the public about like I'll take pay cuts, I'll do this.
I wanna go to a
I want to
competitor.
play with a good quarterback, a good defense, a good this. Tennessee don't have a good defense. They don't have a quarterback worth a fuck.
They have a terrible defense. They
Yeah.
were
You know
bottom
what
of the
I mean?
league
Like,
last year.
Their defense was injured though. If they get everybody
Still.
healthy, they could be
Average?
relevant.
Average.
But my thing
maybe
is,
not. Maybe
for-
average. Maybe
for his
average, maybe
checklist,
average.
they didn't check
Yeah.
any
Yeah.
boxes.
They had a whole spreadsheet of like this is his checklist. And
Yeah,
these are
that's
the
what I'm
teams that
saying.
check
Like,
the
what do you-
boxes.
what the
Tennessee's
fuck is
none
that?
of them. It's not even.
I want to see these contract details
Yeah.
now.
You're in Tennessee. It's not even like
That's-
South
that's
Beach or Los
wild.
Angeles.
I bet they're paying this
Or
man
New
at least
York.
18 mil a year.
Probably.
That's not even a great.
What are you doing?
They're paying OBJ the same amount. OBJ's getting 13 million.
You could have
And he's
gone
on-
somewhere better.
With 13, but more with incentives.
He's
So-
OBJ gets more in incentives than D Hop does.
Probably because he's a better
Probably.
quarterback. He
Yeah.
better.
Damn.
So D Hop
Probably
doesn't
making
give
the
a fuck
playoffs?
about winning.
Probably not.
What
Clearly.
a fucking
Probably
joke.
not. I think he just wants to be the guy. I think that's all it is. He
I hope
wants to be-
Treylon Burks finishes it better. I hope Treylon Burks does better
That would
than he
be
does.
funny.
That'd be
That would
hilarious.
funny.
D Hop still showed out like, whenever he was healthy. He's still an elite
Yeah,
separator.
for sure.
Hasn't lost it yet.
Not
But
yet.
he might this year with the quarterback play.
We'll see.
Dude.
So he could be like so the last receiver that went to Tennessee was over the hill.
Robert Woods.
Well, I was gonna say Julio Jones.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
these were receivers going to die? Maybe.
Maybe.
yeah.
Maybe. Tennessee's a graveyard of wide
Yeah,
receivers.
right?
God, D Hop.
Wide receiver
what
cemetery.
The fuck, man.
Damn.
He doesn't even look like he'd look good in a Tennessee uniform.
No.
Looks weird. Yeah, you heard it here
That's-
first.
I would
Breaking
have thought Tennessee would have tried trading
Derrick Henry.
Derrick
for somebody.
Henry and tried to get something.
And we
like,
still might see a Derrick Henry trade. Remember, we got 8 weeks in the season until the trade deadline. So I just
Yeah.
don't. That's frustrating. I just
The
don't
Yeti
understand that choice in any capacity. You're not even because obviously $13 million a year. You're clearly not getting the money.
Yeah.
So it's like, what did you go there for? What are they telling you?
He
What-
just loves Broadway.
Yeah.
He wants to wear a cowboy hat and listen to country music, go to the
I
all the
guess.
honky tonks.
He should have
I
stayed. He
guess,
should have
man.
stayed in Houston if he
Wants
was
to hang out with Brad Paisley. I don't know.
Yeah, they kind of screwed him over though.
I mean,
That's
that,
wild.
Man,
Did not expect that. Does he even have any affiliations with any of the coaches there? I don't think so.
not off the top of my head.
not that I know of.
No.
'Cause
I honestly,
did
my
he ever
dark
work
horse was
with
him going
Vrabel
back
at
to
all?
Houston. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
My dark horse was him going back to Houston. Then I thought maybe Carolina. If he's not going to go to a team that's
I really
relevant.
thought New England would have been in the running because he has a really good relationship with Belichick.
I thought Bill O'Brien's there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
O'Brien's
it is our
the
offensive
OC.
coordinator.
O'Brien's,
That
yeah.
that might have been why he didn't.
So this would have been the
Probably,
perfect time to go back to
probably.
Houston. That would have been the perfect time.
Yeah,
'Cause you
Go
wouldn't have to
back.
worry about
because
him.
none of that staff
that
is
staff is
there
there, yeah.
that
And the G-
didn't
yeah.
you beefed with,
Yeah.
and you have a potential better quarterback down there.
Could have went to Cleveland, reunited with Deshaun.
Yeah.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I mean,
you're,
it
going,
what-
you're going to the
That's
Super
a
Bowl.
guaranteed Super Bowl,
Just
dude.
put for $9 million. Fuck it.
I don't understand.
I don't
I
get
am
it.
baffled. I do
I
not
don't get
understand
it.
this choice.
I don't get
Okay, that's fair. What the fuck, man? I'm so baffled.
D Hop makes that tough, man.
On that
Good
note,
God, man.
Well, on that note, guys,
wow.
we appreciate you guys for tuning in. This was episode 22 with the entire crew up here. And
Emmett episode.
go like, subscribe, share, comment, do it all for us, baby, because we comb through it every time. And follow us on Patreon at ESPOD. Go and give us a follow. We'll see you guys.
Bye.